Hi, and welcome back to a new episode of the Greatest Book Club in the Bonds, aka Book Club. Yeah! And today, guys, we're on an extremely special episode because today, guys, we're on episode number 316, guys, which is so many episodes. Yes, I'm really excited about this episode. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're new to the channel, welcome back. My name is Zach and I'm the host. And in this podcast, guys, we're working together on English speaking level, reading level, and on a communication skill to stand in front of the camera and to communicate well through the camera. I'm doing this podcast because I truly believe that English is the number one tool that teach one of us must equal in order to be successful in life. And the second tool that is going to help us a lot is to know to communicate well through the camera. And if you take those two skills and you combine them together, you can create great content with the internet. You can influence billions of people all around the world. So it's I recommend to work on those skills and to improve them. And I open by sharing with you guys my own journey, my ups and downs, my failures, my success, I overcome the obstacles that I'm facing through podcasting in a language which is not my native language. 5 extreme exciting episodes per week. I inspire the people to also do the same and to share messages about and inspire the world. And you can see that it's not so tough to do it because there's other people that are around the world that are doing the same. I hope to inspire you, maybe the lady, gentlemen that are watching this podcast, you to also do the same, to also share messages with the world. So have a great day. And today, guys, we got this army of strong women behind me. They come to the podcast. They been to war for the rights. I don't know why, and they come to the podcast and they say, "AK, we want to come to the podcast. We want to celebrate with you. And if you want to check them out, you all know where you can find them on 3, 2, 1, kabang. That's right. You can find them on Good Fun. You can find them then on Good Fun. And this is going to upload. This is going to become uploaded to Good Fun by the Evertron on 15th of February 2017. Of course, we like it because it's a great picture. Oh, it's done already 3,446 times. And guys, if you want to download if you want to download this great picture, you need to choose a resolution from here. Press download. Right click on the picture, go to Shmurat and the menu where picture in English and type down and come below, write it in one which all of us need to guess from where we are all around the world. It's going to be a really nice game. Press on it. Choose the one to save it on the computer. I already save it. Press save and just like that you will get this graphic on the computer. So thank you very much for the artist who made this graphic account. Thank you very much for Evertron for sharing this great background with us. And today, guys, we continue our journey with Crash It by Gary Vaynerchuk. Really good book. I really enjoyed it. And we learned some. It's more about I learned more about mindset from this book than actually tips. Like Patrick David was actually tips, and mindset. This is more mindset division, but it's also provide us some tips. And I can't wait to start the book. So, guys, if you want to check out this grand background, don't forget to check out Crash It, the book, or Gary Vaynerchuk social media account. You got all the link in the description below, so make sure to check them out and to like them. And guys, if you enjoy the podcast, and guys, if anyone of you have any suggestions for myself on the podcast, and if anyone of you want to come to the podcast, be a guest to the podcast, show us in the world, despite the world will make a difference because we're here. And just have a great time if in English, because if you know I'm a really nice guy in English, please let me know in the comments so we can manage it. And of course, guys, if you learn something new from the channel, maybe something that I said, or from a nice quote from the book, or maybe you have your own life lessons that you learn from somewhere else that you want to share with us, you are more than welcome to share it with us. We follow the community in the comment section below, so us can enrich our life and improve ourselves thanks to you. So thank you very much, guys, for doing this. And one last thing, guys, before we move to the book, if you enjoy the podcast, if you enjoy the process, if you know something with the channel, please consider to subscribe to the channel, push the notification bell notificated to each of the extremely exciting episodes on YouTube, and you know it's going to be 5 extremely exciting episodes per week. Like the video, share it with a friend. Guys, you just want to print 4 clicks from your own side. It's really going to have a big impact on me. So thank you very much if you consider to do it. And guys, without more introduction, let's just dive right into the book. So Crash It by Gary Vaynerchuk, page 61 to 65. It was a major legend. The Bonnie is a man himself. Give me a drum, please. Give me a drum, please. Give me a drum, please. It's your boy, AK. Yeah. So let's go. That's me. So let's go. cube. For a very low cost of entry and time, Twitter allows a consumer to tell every person in his world what he thinks is cool or crappy or interesting. Do your job right, and eventually you can be the cool, interesting subject that gets circulated, which will bring viewers to your blog, which will get the attention of people with deep pockets. With deep pockets, 10 years ago, it would have taken you months, if not years, to generate that kind of word of mouth. Today, it takes seconds. I want to share with you the end of Cube. I want to share with you the best business tweet of all time. What can I do for you? Again, what can I do for you? You will be amazed at the response you get. You are in business to serve your community. Don't ever forget it. As of May 2009, when this book went to press, 13 years ago, searchtwitter.com is the most important site on the internet. Search Twitter gives you the ability to narrow in on the pulse of a subject matter. For example, let's say you work for a wife consumer healthcare, specifically for Advil. Go to search.twitter.com and enter the word edge, or enter the word in the search box on the right side of your Twitter page. You can now see that 20 people in the last 30 minutes have used the word edge in their tweet, including a woman named Jillian who writes, terrible edge. Someone had me a sledgehammer. You can click on the button that says follow. If they choose to follow you back, you can now privately direct message DM. DM is direct message. You can DM her or publicly send her an hashtag reply with a message that might read like this: Hey Jillian, I work for Advil and saw that you have a edge. Sorry to hear it. I would love to send you a bottle of our product. DM me back with your address if you are interested. Most people will jump on the chance to get free product, and you have just created the most intimate experience with a brand anyone has ever known. If I do a search right now, I find that 15 people in the last 23 minutes have said they are thirsty. This is a good opportunity for someone in the sport drink business, or the bottled water business, or the wine business. But how do you avoid annoying people, or worse, sounding like spam? Everybody has a different idea of what is annoying. I don't mind learning from someone interested in sending me free stuff that I can actually use. And remember that the only way you, the content provider, can contact everyone is if they choose to follow you. You cannot DM them otherwise. It's the equivalent of extending your hand and allowing someone to choose whether to shake. You can certainly use hashtag reply, but to me, that is like yelling, hey you, instead of offering a handshake. It's just a little less polite. You also want to pitch your message in a very proactive, cool way. You are not telling Jillian to go buy the stuff. You are giving her a chance to try it if she wants it. You are also not adding your affiliation with your company and brand. If someone chooses to follow you, they will see on your profile that you are a manager on the Advil brand. If you stay above board and honest, most people will be willing to listen to what you have to what you have to say about your product. But the second you DM someone and they decide you sound silly, they will unfollow you. The BS detector is better than any spam filter you have ever seen. Don't betray their trust. If your blog is your home, platforms like Twitter and Facebook are your vacation homes. You can do long form content on those sites. Well, you can, but it's not effective, and I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. And you need some place that is a free place to do business where people don't have to be members to see you. Your content permanently resides on your blog, and you use those platforms to distribute your brand and bring eyes back home. Cube. When this book became available for pre-sale, I used both Twitter and Facebook to bring guys back to my blog, and crucially to convert my call to action buttons into brand building opportunities. Here's how. I posted a video on my blog exactly making the announcement. I talked about what the book is about and why it means so much to me. Along with the expected links to B&N and Amazon, I included a line that said, pass this book onto your friends, with links to Twitter and Facebook below. If you choose Twitter, you found a pre-written tweet to send out that included a link back to my blog, and in particular, the video announcing the book. If you choose Facebook, you came upon a message box, then you could write a post, then update your page with the link to my blog attached. In addition, I included a button on my blog that said, support Gary's book, which led you to a new page in which I thanked you for interest, and I provided a widget of the book that you could add to your own website or blog. That page also included the links to Twitter and Facebook, and as always, my email address, end of cube. Though, as you can tell, I am a huge fan of Twitter and Facebook. They are becoming household names, and the competition there is already fierce. So I'm considering a new strategy. Why not explore some other Facebook-like sites, even though they have a few fish in the pond? True, the ponds are smaller, but the banks aren't swimming with other fishermen either, which means you have a much better chance at walking away with a hefty catch. Some sites that I'm watching closely are the following: Plaxo, a professional site; i5, Bebo, which is big in the UK and the third biggest social network behind Facebook and MySpace; FriendFeed; Orkut, which is huge in Brazil; Flickr, title Flickr. This photo sharing site is definitely a point worth fishing in. It has a ton of passionate users, though I am not one of them for the certain reason that photographs don't speak to my DNA. They do a lot for plenty of other people, though. Many platforms that has loads of search capabilities is an important place to find a market opportunity, and there are millions of people searching on Flickr. As before content, you work the content on this site in two ways. You can post photographs so that when people click on them, they find out who you are and then follow your link back to your blog. Or you can click on other people's photos and leave comments that intrigue you people enough to link back to you. If your passion is something that photographs well, like beards or jewelry or hairstyling or interior design, it's a place where you can do a lot of good damage. If I throw a wine party, I can post pictures of the event, which could pique someone's interest. Or if I put up a label of every wine I discuss on my show, I could conceivably conceivably draw a lot more traffic to my blog. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, it's insane that I haven't done this already. Anyone who cares about Vine should be able to find me on Flickr, so I would better get on that. I admire Moo, www.moo.com, because they have used Flickr and Facebook to reinvent old, tired products, business cards, note cards, and stickers. Customers can use their own photos or upload images from any of Moo's partner sites. You can even print a different image on every card within a single pack, allowing you to let people choose their favorite one and creating a ready-made conversation piece around your brand. It goes to show that any product can be huge when approached from a new angle. Title: YouTube and or video. Those are both video platforms that I use and like. YouTube is like the ocean. It's huge. You go out in it and you can come home with a bottle of fish. But you are also competing against millions of fishermen. Video is much smaller, which allows you to see and be seen with greater ease. It also allows you to brand your player, so that anyone who watches the video sees only your logo and the bottom, which I think has a value. If you use YouTube, the YouTube logo appears on the bottom of all of the videos. Widening also allows you to tag your video, which means you can earmark important moments from viewers by placing a little dot within the video stream, linked to a keyword, allowing for easier searches should someone want to see a particular part of the video without sitting before the whole thing. For example, if I do a 30 minutes one show and I'm discussing film wines, and you are only interested in the film wine, you can go straight to that segment of the video, because I will have marked within the video, because I would have marked, I will have marked within the video stream where my view of which wine begins. YouTube has a larger user base, which can definitely be an advantage. You can embed from either site, which is as easy to do as copying and pasting the embed code. I do give Vadler an enthusiastic thumbs up for the way it takes care of its users. Have you ever wondered how certain videos get featured on those sites' homepages? YouTube is so huge and so swamped with video submissions that featured videos are usually a result of a random luck, BizDev and inside deals. Because Wadler is smaller, however, their staff is quickly able to access new talent on their network and support the talent by featuring it on their homepage. Wadler doesn't wait for you to make it big. They will give you a shot for a day or two if they think you are good enough. They are great at identifying talent early on. Like this book club, this is the greatest talent in the world. So guys, thank you. And guys, can you guess what? This is the end of the episode. So guys, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate the fact that you choose to invest in me, and I cannot wait to see you out on tomorrow, guys. On tomorrow's episode of the next episode of extremely exciting episode of the greatest book club in the world. Until then, have a great start of the week. Have a great time with your friends, family, and friends, animals. Have a great time. Take care of yourself, and bye-bye. So guys, today it's Saturday 19 on March 2022, and now the time now is 21:04. And I record this episode because tomorrow I don't think that I would have the time, so I pre-record the episode, and now I continue to pre-record the episode because I really love the safety net, and I really enjoy the book, and I want to read it. זה תן גבר מעט, יאללה, מוצא שבת 19/3/2022 בשעה עכשיו 9:05, אז מחר לא בטוח שאני אהיה לי זמן להקליט, כי אני נוסע מחר חזרה לאריאל, עד שאני אסע אני אחזור, וגם שאתה נוצא לנסוע לשבעה של אבא של זקי, עד שאני אסע ואני אחזור, אני בטוח שיהיה לי זמן להקליט, ואני אגיע לראות באיזה 11:30, אז שיהיה לי כוח, אז עדיף להקליט גם מעכשיו הכל, ונמשיך לראות כמה פרקים, נמשיך להקליט עכשיו, שניתן תפוקה מלאה, נראה, המטרה, נראה אם נספיק לסיים את כל הפרקים של השבוע כבר מעכשיו, אז יהיה לי כזה לסייפטינט שלי, להתחיל להחזיר אותם, יש את המילואים, יש את הכל, אז יאללה, שבחר בהצלחה, להתראות.